You think Vladimir Putin didn't see that and said, excellent? You think that Xi over in China wasn't saying, hey, whatever my timeline for taking over Taiwan was, accelerate it. There's a reason it didn't happen under Trump. People understand strength. They understand resolve. They understand balls. You gotta say it, folks. And folks, right now, our leadership has none of those things. Okay? But they do have depends. Yes. Without a doubt. Go long on that stock, okay? You know Nancy Pelosi invested in that one way ahead of things, so like, just buy, go long. But it wasn't just brief moments of incompetence. It was the hearings afterwards where our generals, the great woke leaders of our U.S. military that spent 6 million man-hours training our troops about wokeness. Like, not fighting, not killing bad guys. They wanted to learn about white rage, a term that none of us had ever heard of prior to him testifying it, right? Maybe they should focus on China, but when I watch our military leadership, who's gone the way of the left, sit there before the American people and said, well, as it pertains to Afghanistan, we could not have seen this coming. Really? Really? Because I saw it coming. And let's just assume I know nothing about Afghanistan, okay? I saw it coming. You saw it coming. Anyone who's ever served saw it coming. But they could not have seen it coming, which makes you wonder, why are they in charge? Remember, a week later, our Secretary of State gets up there. To paraphrase, because I'll get it close, but CNN will say that I lied about what was said. So, to paraphrase, we are shocked and dismayed that the new Taliban government is not as diverse and inclusive as we would have hoped. Who would have imagined? I don't know. Like, they sort of have a history of throwing homosexuals off buildings. They have a history of enslaving young women and children into sexual bondage. We're shocked that they weren't more diverse and inclusive. You know why? Because these people are idiots. And yet they're in charge, right? You wonder why gas prices are all-time highs, right? We're going to spend billions to fund NATO, to protect them from the Russians that we give a pipeline to, that we give a pipeline not just for the economics, but a pipeline to their own survival right now as they invade a sovereign nation. The media is making the neocon warmongers heroes again, right? Liz Cheney's out there busy working, not to win a campaign, because no one in the state of Wyoming could care less about Liz Cheney. She's working hard to send not her children, but your children over to Ukraine. You know that's what's going on in the background, right? Because, hell, guys, we haven't been in a war in like 3 months. Let's get that machine going, right? And when the media is turning them into the thought leaders of the Republican Party, they're trying to get us in another war. We're not going to go for it. Again, it took a Joe Biden to wake people up. It took the disaster that is not just Joe Biden, and this is what we have to remember going into midterms. It isn't just Joe Biden. We all recognize that he's incapable of making the decisions and coming up with the policies that are out there. These are Democrat policies, folks.